Hey guys, if you're familiar with 3LT tripods, you know that they name their tripods after male rock and roll guitarists. I recently introduced Frank the Tank as I like to call him. Today I want to show you Keith, and Keith sounds like a bit of a party animal too, huh? Well, he is, but he's not that big. Oh, just look at it, it's so cute and small. Oh, Keith. So Keith is from the second generation as well, still comes in the blue and black head configuration, still all the same build quality, everything you've come to expect from the carbon fiber range from 3LT as before, but it's incy wincy tiny whiny. It does pack down to be about as long as a 70-200 lens. It weighs next to nothing, that much. But it's small and it is designed for, you know, mirrorless cameras, that kind of thing. It's only got 2-section legs, so its maximum extension height is not enormous, but it's got the double stage neck, which helps. Now, to be honest, whilst this is designed for compact cameras, and you might think that's ridiculous, you could put nothing bigger than that on it, the legs are still rated up to 30 kilos, and the head, which is not the huge one, this is the AH0, but it's still rated up to 8 kilos. And what is that exactly? So that means the whole unit is nice and steady up to 8 kilos. You don't have to worry about your gear toppling over. Of course, if it's too front heavy with the leg spread of this not being so big, it's not gonna, you know, hold on to it too well. But, you know, a mirrorless camera weighs 400 or 500 grams. This will take 8 kilos. My D4 with the 70-200 weighs 2.5 kilos. And yes, I've filmed on this with my D4. So whilst this wouldn't have an application too often, this really is stable, you know. It's all rated way above this weight rating. As long as you don't need to be too far off the ground, this is a secure setup for this kind of a weight, no problem. Even popping it right out on the side like that, as long as you put the weight over one of the legs, it's fine. The head is not budging. So if you don't need something extremely tall, if you're going to be shooting long exposures down low to the ground, yes, you absolutely can put a heavier camera on this. I would personally, if I was shooting with the heavier weights, put the neck down. But, you know, the rigidity is going to be there. It's not going to break or something under that weight, just you have to be careful of your wobbles. Let's have a little look at it with, you know, the kind of camera it's designed to use on top. If you're going to go out and buy a $1,000 mirrorless camera, I think it is worth going out and getting a decent tripod to match it. As I said, this one isn't huge, but for a lot of the work people will be doing, especially on holidays, this one will meet the challenge. This one has a level in the side here and in the base of the plate, but it doesn't have one on the back of the plate like the larger one. Still has the degrees indicator on the dial there. Still the same high quality joint mechanisms and the nice chunky dials for adjusting your length and tightening it all up. And still the playful rock and lock dials. This really is just a scaled down version of what you get on the big boys. Of course, the overall head size on this one is a lot smaller to accommodate the base size of a compact camera. It is still Arca Swiss, so if you own other 3LT or indeed any Arca Swiss one, you are going to be able to mount the head onto the bigger size plates and vice versa. So Keith, if you're looking for one that's, you know, really lightweight to travel with and not going to take up much room in your luggage, this is a great option. They do have an aluminium version as well, which is cheaper. It's a bit like buying designer baby clothes. It seems a bit unreasonable when you consider the price because it is so small, but the materials being used and the detail in the construction is all the same. It's just that there's a bit less of it. So this is not, you know, your entry-level tripod. This is not a bargain basement one. It's just a super compact premium one. You have to make sure you recognize the difference. And it still does come with a fantastic bag and toolkit like all of their ones. This one comes with a great little gray and yellow one that I actually think of all the ones I've seen has the nicest color configuration. So there you go, Keith. If you're going on a trip, maybe think about taking Keith with you. Thanks guys, see ya.